people! Welcome to another edition, the finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love. There's WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim, flying solo again. This seems to be the norm these days. Where's Ninja Boy? Bit of homework, got a bone in his leg, not in the mood, not around to do a SuperCard video. Might be that way leading up to Season 3, but who knows? Who knows what mood he'll ever be in. Now then, I start with a bit of an apology because ever since we started doing this channel, which was in January of 2015, that's a good year and a half, just over a year and a half of doing these videos. This is the longest gap we've had since the last video. Now there's some various reasons behind that, one of which is I myself, I'm trying to get a bit more work through. As some of you know, I'm a sports journalist, and there's the Ryder Cup just started out in America. And I've had 3 preview pieces to do for that, some of which was very last minute orders and I had to write overnight. Ninja Boy's back at school and he's got a new year, new rules, lots more homework, so he's quite busy as well. And his mum's not been well either, so all this factors together, you know, real life likes to turn around and kick you in the teeth now and again. It's been sort of one of those weeks, but we're back now. Rather, I'm back now to have a little look and see what we've been up to. Now, I would say, firstly, if you have a look down below, you'll see my latest SummerSlam card is Roman Reigns, which was more down to the work of Team BadLadDad than it was anything to do with me. I was meant to be joining in. I couldn't play on the evening. In the UK, it goes from Monday evening and then through Tuesday. I couldn't play on the Monday evening because I got some work through. Planning to play on the Tuesday, and on Tuesday morning I got another phone call, more work. So I had to leave the guys to do it for themselves, and they did a sterling job. So thanks ever so much, Team BadLadDad, for your dedication in getting Team Leader his card, even though he didn't do much this time round. You know, that's just hopefully a one-off, but you never know. You never know what life's going to chuck in your face, do you? So I've got my Roman Reigns, so that actually is going to form a pro for me. So that's something I've got to work on right now. And to do that, I'll put, let's just do that on combinable, then you can see what I'm on about. And this is the tip that I normally give to people. If you've got 2 cards that you're going to eventually combine and pro, you want to make sure, it's probably not so much of a problem actually in SummerSlam, I have to admit, but you want to make sure you're combining the right cards and which of the 2 cards it is that needs powering up at a glance. The main card, this card that's already done, I've changed the picture. So as you can see, if you go on to improve, oh, actually no, it's not already done, is he? Look, there's a little bit needs still doing there. He's almost done, almost cooked to perfection. So that's got a different picture to this one, which is the one that needs an awful lot more doing to it. So you just know, you know what it's like, you look at these cards, they've got the same image on, you're like, oh wow, which one have I done what on? So that just gives you a better indication at a glance as to which one's the one that needs more work. So I've put in this one into my King of the Ring, and I've gone in for a WrestleMania King of the Ring this time, mainly because I don't have to do too much powering up, to be honest. Let's just have a look. I've seen people are saying hello to each other. You're awesome, BadLadDad. I didn't actually know those comments were... yes, it is. I'm a bit embarrassed about that now. Last time I looked, there was just a couple of comments, and it was people saying hello to each other. So it was as far as Fender Hunter. But now there's Reese and Bailey. That's better put. Hi guys. What am I doing here? Hi guts. Got the guts to do it. Hi, oh jeez. Got dyslexic fingers for the day. Don't wait on a network just when I'm typing. This is the most boring aspect of videoing. So I'm trying to type a few words. You can't see it on screen. You can see the keyboard. There's nothing I can do because it's waiting on a network. Oh, don't break on me now. And it's gone. Right, I'm going to have to disappear and come back in what for me will be about 5 minutes. But for you will be me sort of doing... And I'm back! Back in the room! For you, I went like that. For me, it was 20 minutes fighting with technology. Anyway, what was I doing? I was saying, hi guys, I'm talking about you. Right now on camera. That should do, and put the fear of God into them. Bang. So there we go. So friendly bunch, as you can see, and yeah, I've dropped down to WrestleMania again because when it came to the SummerSlam King of the Rings, you got to power up virtually every hand, and even then, there's people with so many pros knocking around out there. I was just getting slaughtered, so it just wasn't worth it. So now I've gone back down to WrestleMania, maybe try and get a WrestleMania Pro, but the big thing is I don't have to be powering up every 5 minutes. You can miss a few games and still get them in the bag. So, having said that, standings, probably 5th, that's fine, you know. We're in line, we're in a good position, three games in hand, we're in a good position, Right, so that's that. Money in the Bank, yes, as you can probably imagine, if I was really busy over the weekend and coming into the last few days, I just didn't get to do that Randy Orton, so I've got this 2,100, and for me, Brian, I quite like the look of Chris Jericho. One thing in particular is, if you have a look at his charisma, that is a very strong charisma amount there. I think that would be very useful for battling in future King of the Rings and PCC, what have you. So I'm going to go for Jericho if I can. Again, it depends, you know, what happens this month and what I'm doing time-wise. Just taking a little look at the screen. I was just a little bit slow to keep up with me there. A lot of people are a bit slow to keep up with Big Jim. But if one of the machines starts doing it, I start to get worried, because if it's all going to crash around my ears again, I'm going to get cross, I'm going to get angry, I'm going to get mean. So that's that bit. Now, before I talk about PCC, just looking at over the weekend with Kevin Owens and the event, I was geared up to get the second card, and it should have happened and was going to happen, but lots of work to be done, so I was tapping away. It was a bit of a finger tapping frenzy whilst I was actually writing and checking things and doing other things, and I'm trying to cook some dinner, I'm still tapping away. And at the end of it came to the Sunday evening, and I put an injured boy to bed, and I made the mistake of just lying down next to him, and we were chatting for a bit, and of course I fell asleep for a couple of hours. I woke up an hour from deadline. I was 120 points away from getting Kevin Owens. Now that would have been, I really have had to have laced through the credits and hoped that I was winning some big point matches to get to him, and I decided it wasn't going to happen. I was already down to 3 point matches, struggling a bit on those. So very frustratingly, having got the first Kevin Owens card, I was 100 points shy on the second Kevin Owens card by the time it had finished, and I had a bit of a kick in the teeth, to be honest with you. And it makes me realise you get these weekends where you're going to get things cropping up in your personal lives, your private lives, in the real world, that are going to interfere with you trying to get these cards. And when you've had to put so much effort in the previous weekend to get the first card, and then you just miss out by such a small margin comparatively in the second weekend, kind of puts it down on the whole thing for you during the course of the week. So yeah, it was a bit of a kick in the teeth, that one, and I'm not sure I've quite recovered. I've not done an awful lot since. As I mentioned, I couldn't even play the team event because of work cropping up. And PCC, well, I've not even bothered. I was going to say I'm not bothered starting. I think I played about 4 matches. Let's have a look, see how geared up I am. As you can see, a little bit of a SummerSlam team put together there. I've got a few credits built up, mine, so we'll just use those now, I guess. Yeah, PCC. What I think the killing fact for me here is now we've got the personal events and the back-to-back events going on. In terms of the team events, it is too much. It's just too much. I know some of you live and breathe SuperCard, and fair play to you for that. I was like that very much through the first year and a half. I found these last couple of months a bit of a struggle, I have to say. I struggled with WrestleMania tier because there were so many WrestleMania cards. I just wasn't getting any pros, and particularly on the Diva front. I'm so weak on the Diva front, and that when you're getting caned week in, week out, I'm not talking about in your personal life, I'm talking about in the game, then there's only so much you can take. There's only so much punishment a sensible man can take before you turn around and you say, well, enough's enough. And I felt pretty much, it's a struggle trying to get Ninja Boy sort of keyed up for it all as well, because he's not had the rubber degree. He's still not had his survivor pull after about 3 months of playing, and I can see why. You know, he's 9 years old. I can see why he gets frustrated with the game when it's not doing what it should be doing, and when you have to put so much time into it. Well, I did well there, didn't I? So yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle, and for these boys here, Shamuth and Cesaro, well, look, Cesaro's rocketed away with it, isn't he? I'm surprised he's that popular, to be honest. Yeah, he's. We used to like Cesaro, but something. We're not a member of the Cesaro section anymore. I don't know what's quite happened. Whether it's because he's kind of flitted between different things. You know, he had his little tag team periods, and now he's back on his own again. And I don't know. So I basically went for Shamuths. I thought, yeah, I fancy a Shamuth card. I can shout, "You look stupid" at it every time I play. So yeah, SuperCard all round has been a bit of a struggle. I'm desperately trying to keep the enthusiasm going, particularly as we will have Season 3 coming up at some stage over the next 5 or 6 weeks, I would guess. Maybe, do you think, could be the end of this Money in the Bank section? That'll take us into October. They were talking around Octoberish time, weren't they? This could be it. We'll have to see. And as I mentioned before, personally, I know that people have invested a lot of time, and some people have invested a lot of money in this game. But I would prefer to see a brand new app for Season 3. Fresh app, not something cobbled together, bolted on the top of Season 1 and Season 2. There's just this layer upon layer upon layer of network errors. What I would like to see is a cleverly crafted, well thought out, thoroughly efficient app that works from the off and isn't relying on a lot of things coming through. I mean, surely there's something they can do with your login details that can make it recognise what cards you had previously. Look at that, I've lost 2 matches in a row. I guess I'm not really concentrating properly, am I? You would have thought there's something they could do if you're worried about carrying some cards over. Again, to be honest, carrying the cards over from Season 1 to Season 2, the fun part of it was carrying some of the images over, and even then we didn't know that you could transfer images to different cards when we were first doing that at the start of Season 2. But beyond that, there's talk of you'll be able to use some of your Season 1 and Season 2 cards in Season 3, actually use them in some sort of competition, but how strong are they going to be compared to the new cards? Don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, I would prefer now. It's like most things. It's not like a car. We've just got to like make a few modifications. With apps change so quickly. The mobile phones that we use change so quickly. The iPhone and all the Android devices, they evolve so quickly. You need to be keeping up with what's going on. You need to move with the times. And just trying to update something that's 2.5 years old, I think we're sort of beyond that now, aren't we? We've become a bit more intelligent than that. We can do better than that, can't we? I'm sure we can do better than that. So, what are your thoughts, people? Are you looking forward to Season 3? You still hammering away through SummerSlam and enjoying life? Oh, look, I'm going to lose this again because I've got weak divas. Oh, no, Long Johnson. That's not good for me, is it? Well, I've proven how you can lose 3 matches in a row through not really bothering about your team and not bothering about the competition and being a bit jaded in general. So that's not really helped my overall mood. Excuse me. I'm probably here as well. I'm running on reserve batteries myself. I'm pretty tired. Let's just do one more. I'll concentrate on this one if I don't die beforehand, and just try and win it, just to show you I can win a game when I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. So let's have a look. Let's talk through this one. Let's talk through this one properly. So what have we got? We've got Sailor Match Power. Alright, for a start, I've not been playing any of those cards. Now, do we lull it into a full sense of security and use a weaker card to start off with? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I could have won then with my SummerSlam card. So he's double bluffed me. So I guess what will happen now, if we get a Sailor Match again, Charisma, I bet he's got a... Oh no, there we go, that'll do. It says 1 apiece. It's down to the final card. So I'm actually right. This should work in our favour because I kept the event card back, and there we go. What can I do? Okay, I'll resign. That's it. That's enough. I can't do any more. The game's obviously beaten me. I've had enough. Big Jim's calling it quits. Now then, there's other games that we play. There are other games that we play and we make videos about. Obviously, as I mentioned, not done anything at all this week, for which I can only apologise. But there's times when this isn't what we don't earn. I'm going to say we don't earn any money. It's like 20-30 quid a month you get from some advertising revenues. It's not money you can live on as such. So this isn't our job. This isn't what we do for a job. This is just something that we try and do in our spare time to have some fun and join in with you guys as well. There's the other games that we play. There's WWE Immortals. I've barely touched that in the last few weeks. I play Walking Dead Road to Survival, which I play quite actively. Again, I've hardly been able to touch that over the past week. I've got Top Slam, the WWE trading game, which we're very much up to date with. I'm also doing Top Slam Walking Dead, again, series that I love very much. And I'm doing okay in that. I mean, I'm picking up the daily freebies for those of you who do play it. So there's videos could be done on just about all of those. It's not really worth it with Immortals. Clash Royale. Clash Royale! I'm enjoying very much at the moment. I've got myself a settled team and I'm in the 2300s, which I hadn't been in for a while. So that's I'm pleased with that. And FIFA 17 is out. Now then, FIFA 17, we did have the EA access on that. But we were just doing a few transfers and just trying to build up a few players. But we're interested in doing Lad v Dad matches, playing as individual teams. So if you've got suggestions of teams you'd like to see us playing, as obviously we're going to do West Ham, because West Ham are our favourite team, despite the fact we can't win a game at the moment in real life. So we're going to do West Ham. That'll probably be number one. But then the obvious ones are Real Madrid and Barcelona and Man United and people. But maybe there's a team out there you guys would like to see that is perhaps not the first name that comes off people's tongues. And we'll do some Lad v Dad challenges on FIFA 17. So those will come up. And Rocket League. We're desperate to play Rocket League. We just haven't had a chance. Just have not had the chance. So there could be plenty more to come from us if the real world will give us a break. And the place, of course, to find out if there is a video coming out is by subscribing down below. Bonus a like on the video if you liked it. Don't forget we're on Twitter. That's also a good place to find out what's coming out and when. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Sorry we've not been around for a while. Hopefully rectify that over the next few days. Thanks ever so much for watching. And until I see you again, you stay cool.